In today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Columbus, Ohio. And if you're someone who's looking to move or relocate here, then you're in the right spot. Hey everyone, it's Jim West with the Jim West team at Revolution Realty. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Columbus, Ohio. And if you're looking to move or relocate here, we'd love to hear from you. We work with families all the time that are moving in here from either out of states, say New York, San Francisco, LA, Atlanta, Chicago, even from Florida. We get a lot of traffic that comes from Honda because of the Honda influence here. So if you're someone looking to move here, I'd love to hear from you. So you can either call or text or email with the information that's on the screen, or we'll leave it in the description box below. And in today's video, what I would strongly encourage you to do is stay till the very end for the fifth con. It has a large influence on what happens in the home buying and selling process. So stay tuned and don't miss it. So Columbus is a large town that has over 1 million people. It's the 15th biggest city in the country. A lot of people don't realize that. But with every large town, you have a lot of positives and some negatives. And then today, we're going to start talking about that now. So as far as our very first pro, to me, it's the most important one. We are talking about entertainment. Now, most people that you talk to here throughout Central Ohio, they're always going to talk about, the high state football, Saturday afternoons. There's nothing better than being at the Horseshoe and tailgating. Though I've done that myself, being a graduate of Ohio State in the mid-'80s, I've done it quite a bit. I would also like to talk to you about some other things that are available here in Columbus. One of the things that's here is the Columbus Blue Jackets, our professional hockey team. My family and I like going to the games on a regular basis as it's great entertainment, and Nationwide Arena is a great place to watch a game. We also have the Columbus Crew. This is the Major League Soccer team that we have, and they were the champions of the Major League Soccer last year. We have the Columbus Clippers, the AAA farm team for the Cleveland Indians, and Huntington Park was voted the best baseball park to watch a game in the country. We have other things that happen, like the Dublin Irish Festival, where we get over 500,000 people. We have the Italian Festival, the Ribs Festival, and one of our favorites also in July is Red, White, and Boom that they have every July 3rd. It's a large fireworks show, and we also get close to 400,000 people to that as well. We have additional outside of Columbus where you can go skiing or tubing up in Mad River Mountain, or up to the snowshoe in Mansfield. Either way, there always seems to be something to do all the time here in Columbus. The second thing is that Columbus excels at is our strong economy and our job industry. We have a very strong economy that wasn't affected like a lot of cities were back in 2008 whenever the market crashed. Due to the large industry that we have here with Honda, has over 10,000 people. We have JP Morgan Chase with a large complex that also has over 10,000 people. We have Huntington Bank here. We also have Worthington Industries, Scott Farms Miracle Grow is here, as well as Nationwide's home headquarters is here. White Castle's headquarters and Wendy's headquarters are all here, as well as the Ohio State University. And yes, being from Central Ohio, you have to say the. Third thing we have is affordability of Columbus. Columbus is a very affordable city to live in. A lot of people who relocate here from California or from Texas or from Chicago, they always talk about how cheap and affordable Columbus is. Compared to other places, Columbus, the basic housing that we have here is on average $285,000. So if you check the video, I have other videos in my channel here that talks about the cost of living and how affordable it is. The fourth pro tip is diversity. Columbus is a very diverse town. We used to be called the cow town back in the 70s and 80s, and it's no longer applicable today because of the fact that we've had a lot of industries that are moving here on a very transient basis. As a matter of fact, Columbus was voted the top tech city in the country. We get a lot of people that are moving here due to being international students at Ohio State University, and they find jobs here and they end up staying here. So we have a lot of diversity here in Columbus. The fifth pro tip is schools, our public or our suburban schools. A lot of our schools are ranked top in the state. We have a lot of great opportunities. My kids went to schools here, and I'm very proud of how they turned out. So even though this is a very polarizing topic, and a lot of cities, a lot of the suburbs are very proud of their schools and who they are, I will say that Columbus does have a lot of great public schools. But with every large city, you also have a few downsides to it, and there's nothing we can do about that, but other than hope for the best. So some of the cons. Con number one is weather. We do have some weather here. A lot of people will say that it's the worst weather. The reason I say that is because Columbus was voted the third cloudiest city in the country. We have Seattle, which is number one, Cleveland is number two, and Columbus is number three. And with that comes a lot of depression. Not a lot, but it can be depressing to live here. And perhaps that's why a lot of people fire up their tanning beds after the first of the year. Namely, one of them is my wife. She obviously hits a tanning bed after the first of the year. The second con that we have, in my opinion, is traffic. Columbus is, again, I mentioned, over 1 million people, 15th largest city, but we only have 4 major thoroughfares that go around Columbus. A big one is I-270, which is the outer belt that goes all the way around Columbus. And it seems like every comedian that comes into the Funny Bone, they always talk about the I-270 outer belt and how confusing it is, how to get off of it and to get to where they want to go. The other ones are I-71 and I-70, which intersect obviously in downtown Columbus, which makes it hard for traffic to be moving around the end of business day at 5 o'clock. And then we have 315, which is an alternative route that a lot of people take. Another thing that Columbus has a lack of is fine dining. A lot of your cities like San Francisco, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, they have a lot of 5-star restaurants. Columbus doesn't have that. Columbus is very well known for some fine casual dining, and we do have some really good restaurants that are starting to move in now over the last 10, 15 years, but we still lack that quality 5-star restaurant. But we do have some great steak places. The fourth thing is taxes. A lot of our public schools, obviously, as I mentioned, are great public schools, but they have to get their funding from somewhere. And that funding comes from taxes. So we do have some areas that have very high property taxes. So what I would suggest doing is, before you buy a home, get on our Franklin or Delaware County Auditor's website, punch in the address of the home you're interested in, put in the purchase price that you're looking to pay, and that tax estimator will spit out telling you what your potential tax estimate might be. The fifth thing, as I mentioned before, that you should have stayed for is radon. Radon has a huge impact on our home buying and selling process. Now, if you're not sure what radon is a gas that comes up from the ground due to where soil and rock come together, and it causes carcinogen, and carcinogen is the number 3 causing lung cancer. So we do have a high impact of radon gas here in Central Ohio. What I would suggest doing is Google it, get more information about it, and as well as when you're buying a home here in Columbus, I strongly encourage you to get a radon test done during the home inspection process. So again, like every town, we have a lot of pros and cons. For me, it's mostly pros, or otherwise I wouldn't be here. I love living here in Columbus. I've been here since the mid-'80s, and I really enjoy living here. And I encourage you to reach out and let us know if you have any questions or need additional information. Again, our information is on the screen or in the description box below. And also, we're putting out new videos on a regular basis, so make sure you subscribe and smash that bell to get notified when we do produce a new video.